So the beauty of the power of taking back control is that it gives us the power of action. Now, talking about this situation of excuses and blaming our situation, our outcomes on our environment and the circumstances that happen to us brings me really nicely onto one of my own theories called the Efficacy Effect. Now, what's important about this is it really explains how important it is that we understand how much control we have over the outcomes that we experience. Now, one of the key things to remember here is that we have a choice 100% of the time over how we respond or react to the circumstances that happen to us. There are lots of things in our life that we cannot control. There are tons of situations that we can't do anything about in terms of them happening to us. But 100% of the time, we can choose how we're going to respond to that particular situation, which ultimately results in the outcome that we experience. Now, the effector is the event. It's the thing that happens to us, which then leads to us to have a certain set of beliefs or a mindset towards that particular situation or ourselves. For instance, say we have a relationship breakup. Perhaps we can sit there and think, well, wow, it's because I wasn't good enough. Perhaps I'm not a great partner. Or we could choose to think, well, that person wasn't good enough for me anyway. So it creates a certain set of beliefs. That then creates us to start behaving in a certain way. So if we're feeling quite confident and they weren't good enough for us anyway, normally we jump back on the horse and crack on with life. If it's because we felt like we weren't good enough, then perhaps our reaction might be to withdraw, to hide back, to become depressed, and to feel like we won't therefore be good enough for anybody. So our response, our behavior towards that particular effector then actually starts being seen by other people. Our behavior determines what people think of us. And so we start getting this feedback from other people. If we behave successfully, people will start to perceive us as successful. Therefore, it feeds our continuous actions of being successful, which creates the overall effect, the overall outcome. So we have this sort of self-fulfilling prophecy of the way we think affects the way that we behave, which then affects the way that we respond and affects the way that people respond back to us, which then further increases the way we continue or discontinue to behave in accordance with that particular topic, situation, event, or circumstance. So whether this is negative or positive, it works in the same way, but ultimately with the same point behind it of the end effect or outcome is 100% determinant by the way we think, the choice we have, the choice we choose to make, the decisions we make, and then the behaviours and actions that we put in place to then actualize the actual effect that we want. So this is exactly how your professional purpose and your business niche will start to come along. Make the effector something that you do. Choose something from the life audit list and actions you want to do as your effector. And start thinking, I'm going to make this happen, and behave, act in ways that are going to start making it happen according to your what is your 10 out of 10 criteria. You will get feedback from others, and that feedback may be that you need to iterate and change or adapt. It may be that you look up as you're on that journey, having learnt new information along the way, and start to create a more defined direction with that. It may be that the feedback is, wow, you're amazing at this, you should do it for a living. So this efficacy effect is really about how you create whatever it is that you're searching for, and that certainly counts for your business niche and purpose.